Okay, now I'm going to talk about just putting figures in landscapes in your paintings just to give the scale. And I want to keep them fairly simple. I don't want them to be over complex and too many details. Just kind of give gestures. So let's get started with that. So go over to the palette and just mix up some burnt sienna here. And I want to think about just the way that I would do a figure, and by putting in just the scale of the head to the body, and I'm just starting to, if I painted this in this form in one color, I could do something that looks like this, and the figure is doing something like that. I've kind of let my mind go back into that mode of, oh, I know I've recorded some things with my mind, and I'm going to pull it out. This is like just doing a thing of feedback. So I'm painting along, and I can go along and do the same thing again. Here I'm just being free with the brush and just getting feedback as I go, just looking at the thing and saying, oh, I wonder what could happen here. This could be doing something else. This could be somebody that's running. So when I do the figures, I'm basically doing it this simply. I'm looking at the head to give me a guide as to what the bulk of the body is going to be. And I'm doing this thing with legs, and it's as simple as that. Now let's say I could do the same thing and just shift into color for clothes and that kind of thing. Here's the head, here's the body, let's say here's the arms. And now I'm going to put a shirt on this person, or some kind of clothing. It could be a man, it could be a woman, depending on what the color flow might go like. So here we go. I'm just going to add color to this. Say. And I'm going to do some color mixing right on the paper so that they just kind of flow one into the other. Somebody bending down to do something else. Picking up a package on the ground. And I'm going to drop other color into that. You know, and just let your imagination go. Just be free with it, so that I could say these if I needed some people shopping or walking on the street or eating dinner in a sidewalk cafe, somebody working, doing some particular task, whatever, picking up bullfrogs, hopping away. I want to just keep this as simple as possible without getting so caught up with, oh, I can't paint figures. I just can't paint figures. I could never paint figures. Well, start out with the body shape. And that will give you a clue as to how tall to make this figure. Simple as that. And I've got something that's, you know, I can even finger paint this thing in there if you had to. It's like, okay. So if I did that, just do it with your fingers. Let your mind do the work of feedback. The arms can do this, leave open holes in the arms so that, you know, there's a person standing there. Leave an area, come back to different color scheme or something. Here's somebody with something on they got their hands on their hips. And say there's a flowing dress here. Visual clues for walking towards you. I'm definitely going to have a thing of, okay, what if I do that and then put kind of a V shape for a shirt or a blouse or that kind of thing in it. So I've got this person walking toward me. As simple as that. And someone walking away from me, I'm not, that little clue of just the neck, an open area just to see the neck and the chest and whatever. Here's someone walking away, I'm not going to see that. I'm going to do these weird things with how tall the legs are. Maybe even wobbly things for what the calves of the legs do, the anatomy. And let's say this is somebody that's got, one of the clues would be perhaps, long hair flowing. And here's someone walking away from me. But the gestures and almost the comical way that people move about, what are they doing? Just look at the biggest gestures about their body and use those arms and legs to give the feeling of motion. And bend their bodies like so, just the torso itself, if you can bend them and put motion into them. It's a great thing to just give the effect. Put them in any scale inside of a painting and you've got that scale and the life that you need without getting so carried away with all the facial features and all that. It's all about silhouette. How can I create the silhouette that's going to give the feeling of life?